Okay, I was actually making my protein pancakes this morning, and it's probably going to be on a lot of your guys' meal plans. So I wanted to show this to you because there is kind of a specific way you need to do it. So what I have is Muscleegg. Most of you at this point should know what that is. It's a flavored egg whites, and you can get just plain egg whites. Or you could do organic or pasteurized, so you don't have to worry about salmonella or anything. They're delicious. So I think I have just plain chocolate in this one. I do have chocolate mocha. There's also cake batter that I have. So I just put a serving, yeah, it's a little low, but I put a serving of it in my blender. And then my rolled oats, I do a 1/3 cup, which, yeah, that's a 1/3 cup right there. Usually I weigh it, but right now I'm not on a meal plan, so I can eyeball this, but you guys will probably need to weigh it. Dump that in. And then what I do for the fluffiness, like the egg whites will puff up kind of, but you're gonna wanna add baking powder to it just to kind of help with that. And I can eyeball that too, but it's like, you'll have to play with that a little bit too. It's interesting, I've made these a million times and they kind of turn out different almost every time until you find like your way. Add my baking powder. I can probably figure out. If you put too much in it, it gets kind of salty. So I'm just gonna do about that much. Maybe a little more. Put that in there. I also, for a lot of you, chia seed to me is a supplement. It is not a food. It is a food, but I look at it as a supplement. This is what I get. And it is the micro sliced chia. It is the best. It is from Pure, what used to be called Genesis Pure. This is the best chia you can find out there. The whole chia or ground chia does not have it loses some nutrients with the way it's processed. So you want to put 2 tablespoons. I do 2 tablespoons in the blender. And that's going to be 3 of these spoonfuls. This helps you poop. Sorry, let's just get real here. It helps you poop. It helps with, it's a binder, and it bulldozes your intestines of all the stuff that we hang on to and we have in our gut, which we have probably 5 to 10 pounds of waste in our intestines. This helps bulldoze that through and out, and it gives you a very pleasant bowel movement. And I can't tell you how important that is for your gut. Your gut is your second brain, so you must take care of that. And if a lot of you probably have gut problems for whatever reason, you could have a food allergy, it could be something that you're eating or maybe not eating. If you're not getting enough fiber in your diet, and you can take fiber supplements, but it's not the same as actual food with fiber. So a lot of you will maybe notice if you're not getting enough in your diet, I'm writing a lot of that fiber in your diet. I'm gonna turn this on real quick. I put rolled oats in there. So I leave it on a little bit to keep grinding it. So I'm gonna take you over here. And I wanna show you how I grill it up because that makes a huge difference. I want you to see the consistency of it. Can't turn around, but I'll just do I use a non-calorie, low calorie, no calorie really. Spray, don't use butter. Not right now. Take the lid off of, see, it's pretty liquidy. I shake it around because the solid, like the rolled oats that ground up in there and the chia maybe sink to the bottom. And so I kind of get it all in there. Okay. Okay, about every bit of it. I'm gonna add to that one. They're not gonna touch. I'll add to this one. And that should be all of it. Yeah. And you can take a spatula and scoop more out if you want. So we are going to let that grill up like a regular pancake. And you probably know, if you've made pancakes, you have to let it kind of get dry around the edges. Oh my goodness, my spatula is, sorry. All right. So I just kind of check it. Plus I didn't let the pan heat up at all, but look, it's already kind of forming like that. Still going. You see it kind of puffing up and getting bigger and bigger. I have a client who puts, she loves chocolate. I mean, loves chocolate. And so we've tried to incorporate something that has chocolate in it. And we did the cocoa powder in her mixture of this. And she gets that fix, the chocolate that she wants every single day. So I am very happy that this is an option if you are a chocolate lover. All right, it's getting there. It's not quite as firm as I need it. It's starting to look a little dry around the edges, but you need it a little bit more dry in the middle because you flip it, it splats. So you don't want it to splat like that. I think that's a good way. Oh, it's gonna see. There's just a tiny bit left. That's okay. They're starting to puff up because of the baking powder, which is good. That's how you get, they might be, if you change the recipe of that. The baking powder is not a big deal. It does not have like a calorie in it. But if you change that up, then you can kind of play with how puffy you like them. But these are really puffing up really well. Okay. See how much bigger they're getting? Oh, and I see some bubbling. That's usually a sign. Didn't splat too much. There, that was perfect. There. So now they look like actual pancakes. And this is like the cleanest pancake that you can have. I have regular syrup right now. My client that does this with her cocoa powder doesn't use any syrup. She doesn't need it. So you could either eat them dry, or you can, if your meal plan has like a tablespoon of like a nut butter in there, perfect. Use it like your butter. And if it doesn't, you can put like a Walden Farms has a really good calorie-free syrup that you can use. They've got different flavors. They've got maple, they have pecan maple now. They've got, the other side, by the way, does not need long. I feel the middle and see if it's done, and if it doesn't poke down, you can kind of see how it's mushy. And you'll see them puff up. That's the egg white kind of getting cooked in there. If you don't let it sit long enough, you'll have a gooey middle. I can even kind of show you. I'm going to cut this in half. Gooey middle would not be that big of a deal. Perfect. Look at that. That is perfect. So then they're all probably done. Those are perfect pancake size. And look at that. That's your macros, and you get to have pancakes like on a meal plan. That's amazing. Right there. And if you don't think that'll fill you up, I used 1 cup of egg whites, 1/3 cup of rolled oats. If you scrambled all that up, you'd have this plate of egg whites. Then you would cook your oats, and you would have this big thing of oats. And I guarantee you, that's very hard for some people to get down. But when you put things together like this, it turns into a very doable process. So that's what we have. Ooh, I did do the chocolate mocha. So here it is. Those are your ingredients right there. You can have them every morning. It's so amazing. And your oats has fiber in it. So if you're not a fan of oatmeal, that's fine. There's a million ways we can actually incorporate oats into your diet. So there you have it.